Oh, hey guys. I don't really know what to say in this video, but that's what I kind of like doing with these videos. I have no real plan and I have no real script, so this is going to come out jumbled. It's not going to make a lot of sense, but I think it ends up more from the heart that way. So here we go. So today is February 19th, and what is the world does that mean? Or what in the world does that mean, I should say. A year from this day was the first day that I started our journey, because it definitely is our journey, not just my journey, but our journey as a full-time content creator. So February 18th was my last day as a software developer, and then February 19th, 3 days before Witch Queen, marked the first day of being a full-time streamer and a full-time YouTuber. And with that, there was a lot of risks, challenges, scary obstacles, and just different things that came with that jump. And I just kind of want to reflect on that just a little bit. So this jump wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for you guys. And so really the gist of this video for a lot of it is really just going to be thanking you guys, because over this past almost now 7 years of doing YouTube and content creation in general, you guys have picked me up out of more dark places than you'll ever realize. You guys have changed my life and saved my life in more ways than you'll know. And for that, I'm really grateful. And honestly, not even just grateful, but always going to be in your guys' debt. So I really do appreciate you guys, and I'm going to be saying how much I appreciate you guys this whole time, because it's just a fact. I'm just very appreciative for the position that you guys allowed me to be in, and the community that you allow me to be a part of, that you guys allow that. So thank you for that. But with that being said, I just wanted to reflect, because there was a lot of risks with that, and I was nervous about how this year was going to go, because I mean, naturally, there's just only so much that you can plan and try to prepare for, but a lot of things are going to just kind of pop up when they pop up, and you're going to have to kind of just adapt and react. And that's just kind of how life is in general too. I mean, you can only expect so much. But I do believe in, if you surround yourself with, people you love, getting over those hurdles always is a lot easier than if you were alone. So, with that being said, we took our last day as being a software developer. That was February 18th. So, February 19th was our first day as being a full time creator. So, what did that mean? Well, it meant a few different things. It meant that, we had taken a break from a job I've been doing for about half a decade, and that I went to school for over or almost 5 years for. So, very scary first, walking away from an established career that you already have. And then on top of that, number two, I moved across the country. I mean, I was originally on the East Coast. Now we're in the middle of the country, here in Texas. And there was its own fair share of challenges in the travel that came with going from Virginia to Texas, moving my whole life here, originally being with my family, and still, financially helping out at home. But there's only so much of that real world, like serious adult responsibility that you can get before you kind of just fully move away and are responsible for 100% of things that come your way. So that was a really big thing. But then on top of that, while trying to do all that adapting, there was a super high sense of urgency, because February 19th was 3 days before Witch Queen. So with that being said, it was terrifying, because I moved, and there was all this setup and everything that needed to happen and that needed to go perfectly in order for Witch Queen to go well. And I was terrified for that. I mean, I moved here with no furniture, no setup, no nothing. So everything was put together in 3 days. Big shout out to Geek and Evan and Eli, obviously, too, for all helping, put all this stuff together that was in here, so that, I could go through Witch Queen with you guys, because I was the last one to move in, because I was still working at the time. So there were a lot of risks, and those risks paid off. I mean, and it really did, because all the support you guys showed. Witch Queen was the most insane year for our channel. Yeah, I'm not going to really make this about a numbers thing for this video, but just for one tidbit of of, I guess, data slash knowledge. The year before, when we had our channel, when I was still juggling full time software development and then also working as a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer at the same time, the channel, and I just have a very, very quick graphic. We won't really go too deep into it, but we can show one real quick. But what you'll see here is from February 18th, 2021 to February 18th, 2022, which was the year before I stopped working, we had about 12 million channel views. And then the next year, which this next one is a representation of what you'll see here is 300, the last 365 days, which is February 18, 2022 until basically today. And we've had almost double the views this year. And that's really been because I think a lot in part because of you guys. I mean, you guys really got behind me. And I mean, and I think that if the support wasn't there on your guys' end, I think that this year could have been very, very just not what it was. And so I really do appreciate it. And I'm really, really grateful to see that the channel went on an upward trajectory on a year that I just have been calling it the transition year in the sense of I was moving across the country, whole different setup, a whole different way of going about life because, I had the software development kind of way of doing things before and then trying to figure out how to sustain this and keep this sustainable. And on top of that, then learning how to be a homeowner, like different life lessons and lots of things break and figuring out how to fix all those things because you don't have the same support system that you're used to at home because they're 2,000 miles away. So you have to figure out these things on your own. And I've really enjoyed that challenge. And I think we've really settled in well. And I think that's been because of you guys. And so I just want to keep all of the, I'd say, the credit in your guys' hands because I haven't done anything here. Without you guys, I'm just some potato behind a screen. And yeah, I mean, I just really am grateful for everything you guys have done for me because when I started this journey 7 years ago, I didn't really think I had anything to offer this community. I didn't really think that I'm not the best at the game for sure. I mean, I don't have any world's first belts. I don't have any, real, I'd say, talent in gaming. I'm not the best in PvP. I'm not going to be taking anybody flawless, but, I'm not the funniest. I'm not really anything. But you guys still, have given me a platform to be able to do what we do here, regardless of, I know at the beginning, I just genuinely didn't think I really had anything to offer to the community. And regardless of that, you guys have continued to support and show me that, people will accept you for, just being you. So for anybody else who's just starting your journey, just, be yourself, have fun, and there'll always be people that will accept you for being you. And that can be in content creation, that can be in your job, that can be at school, that can be in anything. It can be applied to anything in life. And you guys are the ones that taught me that. So the last little thing that I wanted to say, because overall this year, I mean, it's just been a success. And that's the only really way to put it is that there was a lot of unknowns and you guys made it where that wasn't that scary. And it would have been a lot more scary if I didn't have y'all here. So I really appreciate the support in the channel. So what we're going to be calling this past year was the transition year. We were learning how to be a homeowner. We were learning how to be a full-time creator. We were learning how to be away from, my family that's in Virginia and being here in Texas. We were learning how to be a healthier human, eating right, cooking, exercising, and just learning how to manage all these things on my own. So that was this past year. That was the transition year. But this year is going to be the year that we take things to the next level. And that's going to start in Lightfall, and it's not going to slow down. So now that I would say I have my feet under me, I just want you guys to know and to expect a different level of quality and content that's going to be coming to the channel in 2023 and 2024. So we're going to hit Lightfall as hard as we can, very similarly to the way that we hit Witch Queen, but then come around April and mark your calendars around that middle of April time. That's when we're going to, you're going to know when it happens, but the streams in the YouTube videos are going to jump to a different level that There's no way I would have been able to even attempt if it wasn't for your guys' support and you guys putting me in the place that I'm at. So the two biggest things that I want to do this year is I want to take the content to the higher level, and I want to give back to you guys on a much higher level too. So one thing that I'm going to do too, and I announced it kind of unofficially on my streams on the YouTube side and the Twitch side, but I haven't really ever said it in a video. But we are going to be giving away this massive PC as well. This was my first PC ever, and what Power GPU did is they remade it, and I wanted to give it to one of you guys because this was my baby, and it's gone on with me on the journey of being a creator for the past however many years. And I wanted to give it to one of you guys because I just think, I hope if somebody needs a PC to maybe kickstart, either their dreams or just gaming in general, just wanting to play casually or whatever the case may be, that maybe that can help somebody out. But then B, I just want to just say thank you to everybody here, and I want to keep doing my part to give back on a higher scale too. So two things this year is going to be giving back on a higher level and taking the content to a way higher level. I want this channel to really, I really want you guys to see the fruits of the support that you guys put in. So I want to keep getting better, and I want the channel to keep getting better. So I have a lot of ideas in my brain, guys, and that's going to start around April 18th if you put a mental note in your calendar. Like Lightfall, we're going to hit really hard, but then we're going to be taking a different direction, still within Destiny, but we're going to be taking a different direction that's just going to be on a much higher level. And yeah, that's all. I don't want to ramble anymore, but I did just want to give you guys an update on what's to come. I hope that you guys will come along on the journey with me, and let's just make this year the best year that we can. And I'm not worried about it because you guys taught me that I don't need to be worried because I have y'all. And if I have y'all, then I can't fail. I got my family here with me, and as long as I got y'all, whether the channel's doing well or whether it's doing terribly, I get to laugh with you guys every day, and that's what matters. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. I love you, and let's make this next coming year the best year ever. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble. Love you.